Maybe it won't.
Good afternoon, we're here in Shrewsbury, Let Women Speak, and we have our first speaker now.
Hello, welcome to this beautiful part of the world. It's quite idyllic. There are swans on the river and families happily gambling around on the grass and on the walkways. But we're here with a serious purpose because we're here to try and campaign until we are successful to maintain the rights that women had, and I do mean had in a past tense, because those rights are seriously eroded now. And while we're big enough and ugly enough to fight for ourselves, the children aren't. And it worries me as I come from Wales, the wokest principality of Wales, where children are indoctrinated at school. They're asked their gender, they're instructed about sexual acts, and I don't think it's appropriate at all. And this is all being done by stealth, paid for by Mark Drakeford and government, who paid Stonewall to come up with these training materials that are not offering children access to information. They are indoctrination, and it is wrong and an offence to many parents. But still, parents aren't waking up to the fact that these policies are now set in stone, mandated, and their children are being taught this nonsense. Parents are often denied access to see the curriculums that are being issued in schools. They don't know they're there, except when their child comes home and asks a wildly embarrassing and inappropriate question. And I don't need to spell that out, just trust me. A graphic sexual act they have no comprehension of, they are asking their parents about, when their parents were only lightly touching on where babies come from and the birds and the bees, because they thought that was age appropriate. That is a right no longer afforded to any mother, any father, any guardian, any grandparent in the wokest principality of Wales. And this is so very, very wrong.
Yeah.
So we're here to campaign, to wake people up, to ask them not to be strident as you might think some of us are, though we're not really. It's just to ask questions, to ask people to explain themselves. Ask head teachers, ask class teachers, why are they doing this? What do some of these words mean? Do they have a cast iron definition of these words that they are teaching children? Because children cannot comprehend most of these concepts. So we hope to get the right of access for parents back into schools, for their voices to be heard. What are school governors doing exactly? When are they going to see that they represent no one but themselves? They do not represent the parents of the children in their care, where they should have safeguarding respects for. They are bypassing all that for a greater good, as they see it, which is gender ideology. And then it is what happens to these children as they grow up, completely confused as to the meaning of words that we all know the meaning of, because we are perhaps not well educated, but we're well read, but we are familiar with justifying any argument or anything we assert with language we actually know the meaning of. So when we say we are women, we don't feel that it requires any more explanation than that. Now please, live as you like, as J.K. Rowling more than adequately covered 3 years ago for all the trouble it brought her. But do not impose your beliefs on us. In the same way, you wouldn't want someone who's very religious to try and proselytize, to convince you of their way of life and their beliefs. The similarity is here with gender ideology. You believe what you want to believe, but do not ask me to indulge your beliefs, because that prejudices me and every woman standing behind me. So there's nobody around, and I wish they would come because I'm kind of all fired up now. But maybe
Don't worry, we'll keep firing you up.
So maybe I can pass
We'll
the
be
baton
moving.
on to someone else.
Well done.
And we'll keep this going. Thank you.
Well done. Hooray!